forecast first from the 4-Zone Weather Team, certified most accurate.
Good Friday evening. I'm meteorologist Joe DiCarlo with a live look outside downtown San Antonio on a mild Friday evening. Temperatures mainly in the 70s. We do have some 80s out to the west and southwest, 84 right now in Eagle Pass. And if you're headed out to the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo on a Friday night, cloudy and mild conditions. Temperatures are going to stay in the 70s till about 9 p.m. Then we'll drop into the upper 60s. We are dry this evening. The big story, though, into the weekend, a severe weather risk for our area tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We'll talk more about this coming up in just a few minutes. News 4 San Antonio at 5 starts right now.
Right now at 5, exclusive video of a wild chase involving DPS troopers. News 4, the only station to bring this to you live.
Just like he flew that one, and he crashed. He has crashed and he is out right now.
What troopers are saying tonight about what led to this chase. Plus, new details on the death of a 16-year-old football player from Stevens High School. What Northside ISD is revealing about the moments leading up to his death. Then, the cause of death ruled for Brianna Aguilera. How the medical examiner determined the Texas A&M student died after falling off the balcony of an Austin apartment. And a government shutdown just hours away. The looming deadline and who it's going to affect.
News 4 San Antonio at 5. We're here for you.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jordan Elder. Jonathan and Mandy are off. Tonight, we are tracking some rain coming into our area. We're expecting to see some thunderstorms tomorrow with the possibility of hail. Governor Abbott has already activated state emergency resources. Meteorologist Joe DiCarlo is tracking the timeline of everything for us tonight. Joe?
Hey, good evening, Jordan. Well, tomorrow, the severe storm outlook for a good portion of Texas. You see that slight risk. That's a level 2 out of 5 in yellow. That's East Texas into the Houston area and into Louisiana. For us, it's a marginal risk of severe weather across most of our 4 zones. Pretty much everybody included in this. That's a level 1 out of 5 for severe storms. So here's how it will look tomorrow morning. We'll have the cloud cover and we'll start to see some drizzle or a few light showers around through your Saturday morning. These are not strong storms. These are very light patches of rain that could create some wet streets for the first half of the day. And then the sun will start to come out, and then we'll watch areas out to the west by 2-3 p.m. starting to fire an isolated shower or a thunderstorm. And these have to be watched for maybe a little bit of hail and gusty winds as they start to come in. They'll be scattered. Here's 4 p.m. moving into San Antonio with that chance of some heavy rain, some lightning, also some wind gusts, and maybe some small hail as well. So that's that marginal risk for this second wave of showers and thunderstorms that will move through in the evening. And then by 6-7 p.m. this is exiting our eastern zone and will be clear as we head into your Sunday. So here's the severe storm hazards. It's timing tomorrow 3 to 8 p.m. That's the marginal risk across South Texas. Tornado threat very low, not 0, but it's very low, greater towards Houston. Hail, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Very high winds, no flooding risk with this particular storm system. So we'll talk more about how much rain we may see and detail more about that timing for the possibility of some strong to severe storms coming up.
Now to a story you saw first and only on 4. DPS troopers arresting a man after a wild pursuit this morning on the east side. News 4 was the only station to bring it to you live as it happened. And tonight we're pressing to find out more about the man authorities were chasing. Units from SAPD, DPS, and Homeland Security were involved in this chase that came to a violent end on the city's east side.
Excessive speed through these residential streets. We've also seen him blow some intersections, just like he blew that one, and he crashed. He has crashed and he is out right now.
The chase coming to a frightening end at the intersection of East South Cross and Pecan Valley as the driver slams into a car and a truck. But he wasn't done there. He got out of the car and started to run before being surrounded by DPS troopers. News 4 photojournalist David Mendoza describing it live on air as it went down.
Hands up in the air. Texas DPS has him by gunpoint. He's on his knees. He's down.
The pursuit started about 20 minutes earlier when a law enforcement helicopter started following the car near 410 and I-10 on the east side. As the chase continued, the driver became more reckless.
Oh, close call. Close call.
Nearly causing several crashes along the way as he weaved his way through neighborhood streets. Eventually, DPS troopers started tailing him on the ground.
Oh!
As the pursuit dragged on, the driver started taking more chances and putting more people at risk.
Swerving past vehicles, going over medians, as I said, but right now he's driving like an absolute lunatic trying to get away from DPS.
After it came to an end, the fire department said no one was seriously hurt at the crash site, although 2 other cars were heavily damaged. The suspect taken into custody and will be facing several charges. Tonight, DPS says special agents assisted with this HSI investigation. The man arrested has not been identified yet. Some new details on another big story we've been following for you. Northside ISD releasing more information about the death of 16-year-old Jaron Lawson. He's the football player from Stevens High School who died after collapsing during off-season workouts. Northside ISD responding to questions from News 4 about what exactly happened leading up to when Jaron collapsed on Tuesday afternoon. News 4 San Antonio's Ethan Trejo joins us live tonight with those answers. Ethan.
Jordan, good evening. In a written statement, Northside ISD said based on its early findings, there was no indication that Jaron informed the coaching staff of any inability to take part in the practice on Tuesday, but they also said that the investigation is ongoing. Northside said the coaches knew about his illness in the previous days and reminded him that he could opt out of the workout. The statement also said when Jaron was first showing signs of physical distress, he was attended to by coaches, students, and trainers who were present. The district also saying there was no evidence that Jaron was denied water access during that practice period. Northside saying they're committed to a transparent and exhaustive investigation as they will work to verify every detail about what happened. Also tonight, there is still no update from the medical examiner about Jaron's official cause or manner of death. We'll have those answers for you as soon as we can. Reporting from the newsroom, Ethan Trejo, News 4, San Antonio.
And tonight, cases of measles reported in Kendall and Bandera counties. Texas Health and Human Services say the cases affected people who were unvaccinated. The initial case linked to out-of-state travel. Right now, it's not clear how many cases there are, but we have reached out for more information. We're learning more tonight about the proposed plans for a San Antonio warehouse to turn into an ICE facility. During a virtual discussion today, Congressman Henry Cuellar told us the facility will be used as a processing center. It's expected to have about 1,500 beds and should hold people for about 20 days.
Get processed there, and then they'll be sent somewhere else outside of San Antonio for a detention center.
Still no word on a timeline for when that ICE facility will open. Several students from East Central High School walking out of class today protesting the Trump administration's recent immigration crackdown. This is one of several school protests we've seen in the last few weeks. Sky 4 captured exclusive aerials as these protests happened. East Central ISD says it does not condone these actions, and students who left class without permission will be marked absent. Federal authorities have now opened a criminal investigation into whether 2 immigration officers lied under oath about the shooting of a Venezuelan man in Minnesota last month. ICE Director Todd Lyons says his agency is looking into this after video evidence revealed the sworn testimony those 2 officers gave appears to be untruthful. The officers, who were not named, have been placed on administrative leave pending the investigation. And we are just hours away from the government partially shutting down tonight. This is specifically going to impact the Department of Homeland Security. Congress was deadlocked on a deal Thursday before leaving town for a week-long holiday break. Democrats say they want reforms on ICE before making an agreement. The White House says it's made a number of proposals to Democrats, but no deal yet.
We always have to protect our law enforcement. It's very important. They've done a great job. Remember, they've taken out hundreds of thousands of criminals out of our country.
Starting Saturday, federal employees with FEMA, TSA, and the Coast Guard will not be paid. As for ICE and Border Patrol employees, they're likely to keep working and getting paid. They still have access to about $75 billion in funding from the Big Beautiful Bill. A major update in the death of Brianna Aguilera. She is the Texas A&M student who died after falling from an Austin apartment balcony last November. Tonight, the Travis County medical examiner ruling her death a suicide. The medical examiner's report says there was no indication that Aguilera was pushed and that it's unlikely she accidentally fell over that balcony railing. This report aligns with Austin Police's investigation. Police say she had a history of suicidal threats, and they found a deleted suicide note on her phone written days before the incident. Aguilera's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit in December seeking $1 million in damages from 2 clubs. They claim the organization served Aguilera alcohol when she was underage. Today, their lawyers are calling the medical examiner's conclusion flawed. Other big stories tonight. Investigators chasing thousands of leads in the case of Nancy Guthrie, where that investigation stands. Plus, it is day 2 of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. A look at what's happening this weekend. And a big weekend in LA for some San Antonio Spurs players. Our Don Harris is live with a look at NBA All-Star Weekend.
And our next weather maker out to the west. This is gearing up to move into Texas tomorrow and could bring us some strong to possibly severe storms in the afternoon and the evening. We're talking timing and how strong those storms could be coming up.
Arizona are chasing down thousands of leads in the case of Nancy Guthrie. This weekend marks 2 weeks since her disappearance. Jennifer Bjorklund has more tonight on the investigation.
Every bit of potential evidence collected within miles of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie's home counts as investigators chase down connections on each thing they find. President Trump this morning weighing in on the investigation, which this weekend enters its 2nd week.
It was a local case originally, and they didn't want to let go of it, which is fine. It's up to them. It's really up to the community. But ultimately, when the FBI got involved, I think, progress has been made.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos firing back against claims of tension between his office and the FBI.
There's so many leads. They generated 14,000 in the first 10 days. We generated 18,000. We need each other. And that's really, so there's no ego here as to who's leading it. Right now, it is a state case. We're handling it, but we can't do this by ourselves. We know that. So we need their help.
And while we know at least one pair of gloves has been found and processed, the sheriff says many others also have been found and put into evidence.
So you go and you get them, and then you prioritize. Well, this one's about 10 miles away. Maybe we can hold off on that. Let's do the one that's 1 or 2 miles away. That kind of thinking. And
what we do know about the person seen on the doorbell camera at Nancy Guthrie's door the morning of her disappearance, male, average build between 5'9" and 5 feet 10 inches tall, wearing a black 25-liter Ozark Trail Hiker Pack backpack. Now, following those thousands of tips received so far, investigators know just one may lead to a break and some answers. As neighbors continue to hope Nancy Guthrie will see this outpouring of yellow ribbons and flowers, hope she'll finally come home. Jennifer Bjorklund, NBC News.
New England Patriots star wide receiver Stefon Diggs pleaded not guilty to strangulation and assault charges. Diggs was arraigned today in Massachusetts. The charges stem from an alleged dispute between Diggs and his personal chef, who told officers Diggs slapped her and tried to choke her. Diggs has denied these allegations. Still ahead, finding a match that lasts forever. Details on a special deal. It is another day of fun at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Sky 4 capturing exclusive video above the fairgrounds today. There is a ton to do at the fairgrounds, like a free petting zoo and pig swimming. That should be fun. There's also several stages for live music. That's not all, though. Tonight in the Frostbank Center, Hank Williams Jr. takes the stage after the PRCA rodeo event at 7. Tomorrow, Ty Myers performs at 12 and Midland at 7:30. We've got the full schedule of events, ticket information, and more on our website, news4sa.com. Are you looking for love? This weekend, San Antonio Animal Care Services wants you to find your true love that lasts forever. Starting today, ACS is offering special $0 adoptions. It's offering small group sessions to meet the pets and learn more about the adoption process. You can also walk through the shelter at your own pace. This offer runs through Sunday at the ACS located off State Highway 151.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Joe DiCarlo.
I always wonder how many people are going to see something like that and they're going to be like, you know what? I wanted a dog. Let's just go ahead and get one for Valentine's Day.
I mean, they're all
cute.
Yeah.
What a good gift too.
Yeah, and
if you decide together.
Yeah, perfect way to get one too.
Yes.
Well, tomorrow, Valentine's Day, if you do have plans, you're going to need that umbrella, and just stay weather aware through the day because we have a lot going on this weekend, but we could see that weather risk for tomorrow. Sunday looks really good. Raul Rodriguez law cameras outside right now across our 4 zones. It's overcast skies. We've had a little sun through the afternoon, but you see the cloud cover moving in now across our 4 zones, and we are dry. No rain from any of these clouds near San Antonio. Out to the west, though, you see a few showers out near El Paso into New Mexico. There's some mountain snow up near Albuquerque, but this is our next storm system that will move in tomorrow. So here's the area of low pressure south of California. This is digging in and going to be moving into Texas through the day tomorrow, and that's going to give us that possibility of some strong and maybe even a severe thunderstorm as it moves in for the afternoon. So here's tonight, pretty quiet. The only rain chance is far northern Valverde County for maybe an isolated thunderstorm around 10-11 p.m. That's the only chance. The greater chance is north of Valverde County through the day tonight. Then as we head into tomorrow, we'll have the clouds in the morning, and then we'll start to develop some patches of drizzle or a few light showers for the first half of the day. So it could have some wet roads to start your Saturday with those light shower chances. This is not severe weather. This is light rain that we could see here and there. And then in the afternoon, we'll start to bring the sun out, and then our attention turns for these isolated, possibly strong thunderstorms that could develop in the afternoon as the front moves closer to our area. So there's that chance by about 4 p.m. of a few isolated showers or thunderstorms. These could have some hail or gusty winds in them. The hail threat looks low, but it's there if we could see that stronger storm. And then they're pushing into our eastern zone by about 6-7 p.m. And then we're clearing out, plenty of sunshine on the way for your Sunday. So here's a severe risk tomorrow, 3 to 8 p.m. That's the time to be weather aware. Tornado threat, very low. Not zero, but the greater tornado threat is in the East Texas and Louisiana. Hail, ½ to 1 inch in hail is possible with some of those stronger storms. High winds, we have a low risk there. No flooding threat with that severe weather outlook for tomorrow. So here's your Valentine's Day forecast. You're going to want that umbrella through the day. It's light showers possible in the morning, a little break between noon and 4 p.m., and then we'll start to develop a few thunderstorms for the afternoon and the evening. 75 for that afternoon high. The Cupid's Chase 5K tomorrow morning at the San Antonio Zoo. Plan for some wet conditions with some drizzle and light showers. Temperatures will be in the mid-60s. And then after tomorrow, we'll drop the rain chance as we are dry through much of next week before maybe the end of next week into next weekend, bringing back in another rain chance. So here's your full 7-day forecast. The weather alert day for tomorrow, especially in the afternoon for that stronger storm chance. And then Sunday is windy but quiet. Beautiful day, 76. President's Day, 77, mostly sunny, and then we're in the 80s much of next week, and we are dry. Western zone, it's a small rain chance for your Saturday, 81, 83 on Sunday. Hill country, weather alert day Saturday, sunshine for your Sunday. Similar story for our eastern zone. We're watching the weather alert day for tomorrow afternoon, and then plenty of sunshine for the second half of your weekend.
Valentine's Day weekend for some, All-Star weekend also out in Los Angeles, and a whole host of Spurs are representing San Antonio. Representing us is our Don Harris all the way in LA. He joins us live tonight. Don, how are you?
Hey, Jordan, great, man. LA is really cool, this new dome for the Clippers. I'll tell you about it later. It is unbelievable. But it's also a busy weekend for the Spurs. They've got guys in the dunk contest, the shooting stars, the All-Star game, and just today, a new Spur added to the Rising Stars game. We'll tell you who that is next. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to La La Land. We are high atop the Intuit Dome, the Clippers' $2 billion state-of-the-art arena, home of the Clippers, home to All-Star Weekend, and home to a bunch of Spurs this weekend. We were there this morning for the practice and this giant media session. It was media day. The best rookies and second-year players in the league had that practice today. Carter Bryant, the Spurs rookie who was already here for the slam dunk contest, was added to the Rising Stars roster as an injury replacement today. So he'll go against his teammates Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle of the Spurs tonight. Castle, of course, is the reigning MVP of this game. I got a chance to go one-on-one with Steph, who says this game is great for the Spurs' visibility.
Coming for another fun experience. I mean, obviously, you know, we coming off a win, so bringing some momentum into it. So just trying to come out here and play free, but have fun.
The arrow on Steph Castle is way up. I mean, with the dunks, the 40-point triple-double, the block shot, even though you bruised your tailbone. Do you feel that you're getting this national love?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot of it comes from, you know, our fans in San Antonio. I think we got some of the best fans in the NBA, so a lot of it comes from them. But, I mean, just it also speaks highly of how well our team is playing. So, I mean, when you win games, I mean, everybody gets what they want out of it.
So Steph, Dylan, and Carter all play in the Rising Stars game tonight. You can see that at 8 o'clock on Peacock. All-Star Saturdays tomorrow at 4 with the dunk contest, three-point shootout, and shooting stars. You can see that along with the All-Star game right here on 4. The All-Star game is also an afternoon tip Sunday at 4 o'clock, and we'll have the Olympics after that. And coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll talk more with Carter Bryant. He's in the slam dunk contest, so who are his idols, his examples, and what should we expect from him? More on that live from LA coming up at 6 o'clock. But for now, in Los Angeles, Don Harris, News 4 San Antonio.